Welcome to Sound K.
We have somebody who just dropped his latest album 3 hours ago. Khundi Panda, welcome back. Woo-hoo!
Hi guys. This is Khundi Panda. I think it's like the third or the fourth time coming here.
Yes. I mean, it's only been 2 months since we last saw you, but
Yeah, because of the flash shop.
yes,
Yeah.
with the Flat Shop members. So we couldn't, get to talk to you. We couldn't devote all the time to you. So, the fans might have been a little sad about that. But today we're going to dedicate the entire hour to Khundi Panda. So hope you guys are excited. How are you feeling? I'm loving your look today.
Yeah,
What inspired you for this look?
약간 그 성냥팔이 소녀.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Yeah, but it looked kind of like kitschy, so
I like it.
I bought this scarf. I think like I kind of don't remember like when I really bought the scarf, but it was recent.
Nice.
Yeah, so-
Okay. Look adorable.
Thank you.
I like the look. Our listeners were complimenting you on the look as well.
Ha ha ha.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, well, congratulations on your new album.
Yeah.
It's just released 3 hours ago.
Yeah, it was released today.
Yeah, how are you feeling about it?
I'm kind of honored because I actually made it to release my second LP. I made a lot of projects, but I don't think I had the enough energy to make a second big project for my whole career. But like when I was making this album, I thought that it was okay to name this my like official second
Yeah.
LP. So
I mean, you were just working and promoting with Flat Shop like a couple of months ago, and then you just dropped your LP in like 2 months. So were you doing all that simultaneously?
well, it was not really simultaneously, but I think well even before Flash Shop, I had another project. I released released an album named Modem, MODM. And then like 2 weeks later, I released Flash Shop. And then like a month later, I released our label's compilation
Yes.
album. And I like featured on like every track except for one.
Yeah.
So basically, I was just working hard. And it was not simultaneous, but I think you could say so because I don't think I didn't have any like time to take a rest.
Yeah, you had no breaks.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
didn't
like,
have no break. Yeah.
every day working on music.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
Working on your next release.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet your fans are really happy though.
I hope so.
They never
yeah.
run out of songs to listen to from you, you know?
Yeah, and all those projects have different stories. So, and I intended on to make like different styles and different stories for every different album. So, if you guys were following up on my like discography, then you might feel really like fun. You might have the fun to listen to every album because it contains different styles, genres, stories, lyrics.
Yeah. And I was listening to the latest LP that you just released on the way here. And, usually when I listen to a full length album, it's like, yes, okay, the title song is good. And maybe like, 1 or 2 other B-side track will be like good. But I literally like loved every single track on the album. And I pressed the heart for every single one because like you said, every track is so different. And you mentioned before that you sang a lot for this album,
Yeah.
which I love. So please tell us about this album.
Oh, the album's name is The Spoiled Child. And, the meaning for spoiled child is like a kid who had miseducated problems.
Yeah.
And like he thinks he's the best. He doesn't care about anybody else. And I thought that's basically what I am, kind
think-
of. Because inside myself, I know like what I'm thinking. And I think that I'm still underrated. And I think I still need more love than I actually have.
Yes.
for the world.
Uh-huh.
And that's kind of funny because what's the standard for it? Like, it's just my thoughts, And I still think that I need to be more loved. I deserve more credit for what I do. And all the standards are always too high for me. And yeah, I tried a lot. I tried a lot on my artist life, but even though I'm worked really hard, I think I really don't get what I deserve. So, but that's just something that I think is really selfish. So I thought it relates some kind of feeling that's also self-hate. So I thought this album is about my life, so I might as well just name it The Spoiled Child. And for the foreign fans, they would not really understand the lyrics because it's all Korean, but spoiled also means like rotten things for like the food.
Yeah.
And I think I've been leaving this kind of bad feelings in my mind. I just left it there and I just didn't touch it. I just worked too much harder on my way and I just left my whole feeling there. So it felt like the bad feelings and the self-hate itself is kind of rotten. So I thought it might be like good to relate to the spoiled word, the spoiled. So there is a wordplay there. So spoiled child means like miseducated child, selfish guy, but it also means like the rotten state for my whole feeling.
Yeah.
So this album is actually about that feeling. So if you know Korean, you might feel really depressed when you only listen to the lyrics, but the instruments are beautiful. So I guess it neutralizes the whole mood of the album. Yeah.
And you said that you had a lot of self-hate while reflecting on yourself. So were you able to kind of take that out on music, or do you still think you have that, like those feelings left after you released this album?
I think that most of the stories in this album is when it was like I made this keyword spoiled child when it was like 2018. So it's kind of a
throwback.
Yeah,
You've
throwback.
been meaning to release this, like this concept since 2018.
Yeah, I made some songs for this album, and back in that time, the album name was still The Spoiled Child.
Yeah.
And I think the self-hate and all the anguish that I had was mostly made at that time, not now. So it was kind of like a throwback for me.
Oh, so you don't have those feelings anymore, right?
I don't have that feeling anymore, but I still have some 까다로운 기준 뭐라고 하죠?
You're very picky.
Yeah, I'm kind of picky about myself because I have to make better music and I have to be better person because I'm getting old. I have to be
Wait, what year were you born?
1997.
You're still so young. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what people say. Like, that's what people say. Most of the people that are a little bit older than me, they say like, hey, you're still young. You don't have to worry about that. But
the younger people are like, you're old?
No. I'm saying that all those things are like, I have my own focus. I have my own point of view.
Yeah.
And like really what the older people say and what the younger people say to me about my age, it doesn't kill my worries, I'm still worried about like what will happen next year and the year next.
Yeah, understandable. But I know you say you want to be better and like improve, but I do feel like with every release, you're always improving and you show us new sides to yourself. So I don't think you should be that hard on yourself because you're doing an amazing job.
Well, first of all, thank you for saying that. But I think the proof that I'm improving is the mind that I have right here. If I don't think it this way, I will not improve.
Right, because you're always striving to be better and better.
But it's always the balance, you know. I can't really like hate myself all the time. I like myself too, but I also need some time to hate myself to improve and fix what's wrong in me. Yeah.
I respect that attitude, you know? So professional. Okay, well, why didn't you tell your fans? I heard you didn't release, like, you didn't tease your album until like 2 weeks ago, like on a live broadcast or something, and you're just like, oh, I'm gonna release an album like in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, you know, I always wanted to say that, like, a long time ago, I'm working on my second LP, but, you know, the time, it's too long for me. When I announced that I'm going to release that new LP, and then, like, it takes too much time before the album's released, so
you didn't want to make your fans wait too long.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks ago was when you were sure the album was going to come out today?
Yeah.
Oh,
2 weeks.
I see.
That's when I thought it was okay to release the date. And before that, I was still working on my like final step for the album. So I had some time really busy. I spent some time really busy. So I thought after that, it's okay to release the date, and that was like 2 weeks before this album is released. Yeah.
And I love how like we are able to see you on the day you released your album, because this is like your first official schedule since your release, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's also your first time performing these songs live, right?
Yeah, that's because like I released the album for like 3 hours ago.
I know. So we're getting this first performance ever of his album. Let's talk about the song Cool Guy Kit. You're going to perform that live for us. What is this song about?
This song is about the progress that I left my bad feelings behind, and just like I kept acting cool in front of the cameras because that's way better looking. Like, we don't want to see anyone who hates himself. That's too depressing, and the feeling is contagious, so I don't want to look that way. So I acted kind of cool. And that's the song is basically about why I had to act cool. So like, and the methods and the state, the status of my feeling. So I thought that could actually like relate to the word kit, because kit is actually the tool.
Yeah.
So cool guy kit means like the tool for being a cool guy.
Oh, do you think you did a good job pulling off that cool guy look?
Well, last year on Show Me the Money, I think I did. I made some successful results, but I don't know. I want to be frank. That's why I made this album.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We love your frankness.
Okay.
We're going to listen to this song. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. This is Cool Guy Kit.